I'm guessing this game is going to move fast.
Yes.
We have 7 people here.
Yeah.
I like where your head's going.
Me too.
None of us wants to be the first person going to feel bad that Trey and Teresa, especially with their story, that was hard to beat.
Yeah.
What are you guys thinking? If we have 3 minutes to have some kind of fun strategizing, what are you guys thinking?
I know.
Well, hopefully we win. So
Yeah.
hopefully we
absolutely.
win. But if somehow we don't, it'd be nice. I could sleep better tonight knowing we have just some kind of game plan. Even if it doesn't hold through, I'll sleep better. So I'm good with us 7 saying it at least. Tomorrow you guys can all lie to me, but tonight I'll sleep great.
We are ready to roll here with our first exemption challenge. This is going to be fantastic. We have Team Rob and Team Tyson. And right before we get started, we want you guys to hear from one of our legends to explain what today's challenge is going to be. This is going to be a lot of fun, and we're putting you on the spot right away, right out of the gate. So let's go ahead and kick on that video.
What's up, guys? Excited and stoked for you guys to start this journey. We got today's challenge. It's called First Impressions. Each party will select a leader. Your host, Andy, will spin a wheel containing 8 categories. Each category determines a physical or mental task that one explorer from each party will compete in head-to-head with an explorer from the opposing party. The party leader will be in charge of delegating the tasks determined by the wheel. Explorers will not be able to give the leader input on which task they should complete. The leader must make their choices based solely on their first impressions of their fellow party members. Be the first explorer to complete your head-to-head physical task or have the correct answer for your mental task and earn a point for your party. The party with the most points at the end of the challenge wins exemption. Good luck. Crush it.
Everybody,
Yep,
please
Sammy.
reveal the name that you wrote down on your whiteboard. Go ahead and hold it up in the screen for us. And let's see. Okay, so I'm looking at Team Tyson, and I see a lot of Docs and some Tom. It looks to me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with 7 votes. It will be Docs that is the leader and decision maker for Team Tyson, and I'm looking at Team Rob, and I see more names, but the one that has definitely received the most is Brandon. Brandon, you will be the decision maker for your party. So for Team Tyson, we have Docs as the leader, and for Team Rob, we have Brandon as the leader. And so what we are doing right now is we're figuring out who's going to do what challenge head-to-head for each party. And so I already asked Brandon and Docs to write down who they think should do math, and then I asked who they think should do a science-related head-to-head challenge. Third is wordsmith. So write down number 3, who you think should do the wordsmith challenge for you guys. And so that's a literature-based challenge. Number 4 is the history one. So write down the number 4 and pick the person from your party that you think would do fantastic at history. You have no way of knowing any of this yet, but we'll see. We'll see if you pick the right people. And then we move on to the physical portion of this challenge. And so burpees, I'll just tell you right now, it is a total of 20 burpees as fast as you can. It's not like the end of the world. We can make people do 100.
Okay.
Unfortunately, if you felt like you were the best in the world at burpees, we will not know if that is the case tonight. So burpees, we've got 20 burpees. Then planking, we're just going to be seeing who can plank the longest. So that's number 6. The number 7 challenge is spinning around on one foot, and it's who can spin around the fastest 20 times. So if the raised foot touches the ground, you have to restart. So yeah, we will be counting as moderators, but if your foot that's off the ground were to touch the ground, you got to start over. And then the last one is just push-ups. It's only 50 push-ups. Everybody does 50 push-ups, like pretty simply, right? Do you have the people that you don't have to show it to me, but do you have all 8 written down?
They're not dressed accordingly, but yes, I do.
Fantastic. So who cares how they're dressed, I guess. We'll find out if they can do such things in however they're dressed. Docs, are you ready to go, sir? Do you have all 8 written?
We're ready.
We're ready?
We're
Okay,
ready.
so I am going to go randomly here with who's going when. And so I'm going to ask you guys who you would like to go with the Wordsmith Challenge. And so, Brandon, who did you select for the Wordsmith Challenge from the Rob party?
So this is 3.
Yeah, number 3.
Molly.
Molly, apparently you are supposed to be good at literature type things. And we're about to find out if Brandon knows what he's talking about. And then, Docs, who did you select for the Wordsmith Challenge, number 3?
Andrea.
Sure, here we go. First question is, which Shakespearean character said, "But soft what light through yonder window breaks, it is the east and Juliet is the sun"? What is the answer? Okay, so I saw
Backward.
I saw the white the writing from Molly hit the screen just slightly quicker than Andrea, and the correct answer is Romeo. Kind of gives it away when it says Juliet, right? Like, who's talking to Juliet and telling her she looks like the sun and stuff, which is a super weird thing to say. How many of you would be like, yeah, if some guy told me I was the sun, I'm down? All right, here we go. Here is our second question. Question number 2. Who wrote the book The Catcher in the Rye? I need a full name, please. The Catcher in the Rye. Who wrote that book? No Googling. Don't cheat. If you don't have it in your mind, you just don't know things. And once again, just slightly quicker, and they both gave me the correct answer. Molly put it up on the screen just before Andrea. It is J.D. Salinger. We do not need to ask the third question because the first point in this challenge is taken home by Team Rob and Molly. Those were both extremely close. Apparently, each leader picked the right person. They know their J.D. Salinger books. I wasn't allowed to read Catcher in the Rye growing up. I went to a small private school where we weren't allowed to do stuff. All right. Might as well throw in a physical challenge here, right? What do you think? So let's look at number 6, and that is just planking it. Let me first hear from Docs. Docs, who did you pick to do planks for your tribe, your party, whatever we're calling it, team?
She's cringing right now, but
Cringing.
I picked Alex.
Yes.
Yeah.
She wasn't cringing. She was smiling. She knew it was coming.
Okay. All right. I hope she's happy with this one. Okay. Good.
Okay, so Alex, we need you to find a way to get your camera somewhere where we can see that you are not touching the ground. Brandon, who is going head to head against Alex in this planking challenge?
Well, our PE teacher was dressed very nicely tonight, so I did not want to take her.
Okay,
So I'm going to take Bobby.
All right. So there we go. We need Bobby's screen back up. Somebody want to help me with that? I don't see Bobby on camera right now. Bobby, we love you and we need you to come back. Here he comes. I have a feeling this is Bobby. Bobby, you, sir, are planking in your nice button-up shirt. So we have Bobby from Team Rob going up against Alex from Team Tyson. And so get yourself. Oh man, we saw some dad bod there for a second.
Work it off, buddy.
And so the way we are planking is elbows on the ground. So you are resting on your forearm, butt's got to be down. I won't make comments about it, but if it is too high, I will say you're too high. And the moment somebody drops and touches the ground, their knees, whatever ends up touching the ground, they are out. Let me get my stopwatch ready just so that I know how long this takes. So I'm queuing up my stopwatch. I will give you guys a 5-second count in. So again, forearms on the ground, elbow on the ground, knees straight. Yeah, hopefully you guys know what a plank is. You guys know what a plank is? Cool. All right, here we go. I will give you a 5-second count in, and then we will start. This challenge begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. They are in planking form. We have Bobby from Team Rob, and we have Alex from Team Tyson. Right now, they are planking. And right now, Team Rob has a 1-0 lead in this 8-round challenge. And so Tyson needs to tie this thing up. Let's see if Alex, our swimmer, college swimmer, not just swimmer, like swimmed at a high level. And Bobby, he's a country boy, so he's probably done a few days hard work, and so I'm sure he'll do fine at this as well. Oh yeah, we see Muppet style cheering in the background. Muppets can't clap, you can't hear it, right? So yeah, go Alex. I see lots of go Alex. I see Missouri is watching for Bobby. There we go. They are both still rolling. Did I lose Bobby's video feed? We lost Bobby's video feed, did we not? Oh man. Oh, I think by default. Because we cannot prove that he is still in planking form.
Oh, he is.
Okay, like how do you know though? That's the thing.
He planks forever.
By default, Alex has won this portion of the challenge. Bobby, I'm sure that you are going forever.
Still going.
But we lost your man. Hey, I know a guy that sets up internet service in your neck of the woods that might be able to help you with your connection. Oh, wait, that's you. All right, so let's move on to our next one. Oh, so we're tied 1-1 now. Let's go back to a mental challenge. And so let's look at our first challenge. So for number 1, we had Math Whiz. I'll come back to you, Brandon. Brandon, who did you select to do our math portion?
I'm going to go with Trey.
Trey, you are a math whiz.
Yes,
all
tonight.
music theater majors tend to be. I get it. Docs, who's going for Team Tyson?
Okay, we're picking Taryn, and I hope the question is recite as many pi as far as you can go.
Yes, digits of pi.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Whatever that was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do it, but I can't. If you're watching last night, you know that Taryn knows, or at least at one time knew, 200 digits of pi.
216.
And so we have 3 math equations. You are welcome to write the math equations down on the board and then solve them on the board. I will be looking for who shows me their answer the quickest. Here is our first equation. 164 plus 392 times 6 minus 41. 164 plus 392 times 6 minus 41. And let's see how quickly they can do this. Everybody remembers how to do math correctly, hopefully. We're about to find out. We got Trey going against Tearing It Up, which is just like the coolest nickname. Tear it up, Taryn. It's backwards. That is an incorrect answer, Miss Taryn. That answer is incorrect. So we're still looking for the correct answer. 164 plus 392 times 6 minus 41. I will say, I didn't check these answers, so hopefully our answer key lady is correct. Hey! Okay, so that just said go somebody, I'm thinking. That is the correct answer from Mr. Trey. Trey, the mayor of Slamtown. No, that's Johnny from whatever season. So that is the first question. The correct answer was 2,475. Everybody remember PEMDAS, right? Parentheses, multiple, all that stuff, whatever it is.
Yeah, okay. I got it.
Yeah, yep. So the entire equation is in play. So here we go. We have our second equation here. And so here is the equation. 1,979 minus 4 plus 3 times 17. 1,979 minus 4 plus 3 times 17. Get her done. Maybe that'll be my new catchphrase. I've never said that before. Get her done. Oh, and there is Trey with the correct answer again. 2026. Taryn, no worries. We are all good here. It is 2-1. The Rob Tribe. Correct answer is 2026. And so it's time to head back for some fun physical challenges. I'm looking at the people that haven't been selected going, what did he pick me for? Did he give me burpees? I don't want to do burpees. So let's do some burpees. Number five is burpees. So, Docs, who do we got doing 20 burpees for us?
Coach Tom.
Ayo, badminton Tom. Coach Tom is ready for some burpees. So let's move your camera then, Tom, into a place where we're going to be able to see you complete these burpees if you could.
Can you demo?
I can't. Somebody want to demo? I ain't unplugging and doing a bunch of things. So, Brandon, who's doing 20 burpees for you guys?
Just because Jake has a bad leg, I'm going to go with Jess.
Jess is probably a burpee champion in her hometown. Everybody knows Jess for her burpees.
3 years running,
My
baby.
gym teacher says I should work on my burpees, but
Your
Well,
gym teacher's not here.
you get to work on them right now. And I will give you a 5-second count in. Here we go. We have Jess from Team Rob, and we have Coach Tom from Team Tyson doing 20 burpees. See who can do it the fastest. This portion of the challenge begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Cranking them out. That's 2.
Go, Jess. Come on. Keep going.
Keep it up, Tom.
She's going to hate me.
I have Tom at 17 and Jess at 13. There's 18. 19 for Tom. Here's the last one. Tom with 20.
Booyah.
20 burpees completed. Just faster. We
Sorry,
are back
guys.
to tied. Oh,
Jess.
man. Hey, I don't want to do 20 burpees ever, so no need to be sorry for attempting. We are back to 2-2 in this challenge with 4 challenges remaining. Let's stick around here in the physical side of things. And let's see who you guys picked to spin. And so standing on one foot spinning, I'm looking here. We had that as number 7. So who do you guys have written down as number 7 on the list? Brandon, who do you got?
Teresa, you got this.
Teresa, 1
those
foot
hurricanes.
spinning Teresa. And who do we got, Docs, for Team Tyson here?
What's up, guys? Excited
Kimmy's
and
gonna
stoked for
take
you
her
guys
on.
to start this journey.
Kimmy
Yeah.
versus
Challenge. It's
Teresa.
called First.
I will ask if there's a way for you to have your camera far enough back from you so that we can see if your foot touches the floor. Because you're going to be doing this with your feet off the ground, spinning around 20 times. If the foot touches the ground that is supposed to be off the ground at all, you get to start over.
all right, hold on. I'm gonna have to put his like on the ground probably.
Yeah, that'll be
Andy,
good.
we have a request from the production staff that we hear some cheering from the team. So they've requested that we have them unmute and so we can hear them cheering.
Fantastic.
They
All
want us to
right,
cheer.
everybody. They
Go,
do.
Teresa!
Yes.
You are welcome to unmute.
Kimmy.
Okay. So I also have a couple challenge moderators in here. We have Jess, that's who you just heard from. We have Megan, who's another challenge moderator, and Wesley. So Wesley, if I could get your help on this one, I will count for Teresa if you would be willing to count for Kimmy. Can you do that for us, Wesley?
I can count for Kimmy, yes.
Fantastic. So we are spinning around on 1 foot 20 times. We'll see who can do it the fastest here. Again, I will count you in. We have Teresa from Team Rob, and we have Kimmy from Team Tyson, and this portion of our challenge begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go, T. Go, T. Go, T.
Well,
Go,
Kim-
T. Come on, Teresa. Come on, Teresa.
Kimmy, rock us.
Kimmy's going so
T's foot has
fast.
touched the ground. She gets to start over.
Keep going,
Teresa's starting over.
Kimmy, you're killing the game.
That's it, Kimmy.
Yes, so Kimmy, you're a
Drop Team
queen.
Tyson.
Get it, Kimmy.
Queen Kimmy.
That's it, Kimmy.
Yes.
Teresa's touched the ground. She's got to start over again.
Nice,
Please
Kimmy.
don't kill me.
Put that,
Kimmy,
Kimmy, if you need to. You got this.
Kimmy,
You got this,
you're killing
Kimmy.
it.
Who's
Way
she
to
on?
go.
Close.
You got it,
Kimmy,
Already
good
counted like
work.
40.
Keep it up.
My goodness.
Keep going,
Good job,
Teresa.
guys.
Oh, Teresa falls again. Gets to start over.
Kimmy.
Go, Kimmy.
Come on, Teresa.
You got it, Kimmy.
This is an awesome challenge.
Kimmy is at 20.
Drop Kimmy.
Yes, she did it.
Kimmy is
Good
at
job,
20.
Kimmy.
Kimmy wins for Tyson.
Win champion 2020.
Holy cow. That hey,
Job, Kimmy.
we enjoyed laughing at you guys' expense. So thank you for doing that. It was good entertainment. And Kimmy has won for Team Tyson. And so Team
Good
Tyson
work.
takes the lead. You guys are up 3-2 now. If
Sorry,
somebody
guys.
gets to 5, you guys will win. And so we are at 3-2, and we're going to move back over to the mental portion of this challenge. So let's look at our science portion. That was number 2. Docs, who do we got doing science?
I was debating between a few people, but I'm going to go with our chemical engineer, Kwa.
Hey, a chemical engineer might know some things about science.
I hope so.
Qua,
We'll see.
right? We'll find out how.
No pressure, Kwa. No pressure. Just do good science.
All right, and
Yeah.
so Brandon, who do we got going for Team Rob?
I believe in this guy. Jake, you're up. You got this.
Jake.
Okay.
You.
You got it.
Jake is doing science rules. Hey guys, guess what? We have 5
backwards.
questions here.
I don't know.
Okay.
But
I will do my
it's gonna be
best.
backwards. Just so you know.
I will
I
do
don't know
my
how to
best to see what it says. If you throw it up on the screen and I see it before Qua, the perfect thing is that we got Jake and Qua right on top of each other here on the video feed, and so I will very clearly be able to see whose answer goes up faster. We have 5 questions in the science category, and we're going to find out if you guys know your science. Again, you will write down the answer and show it to me as fast as possible.
Go Qua.
Here, so the first person to answer 3 questions correctly wins the point for their team. So here we go. Here's question number 1. What is the most common element in the universe? Most common element. Qua has an answer up. They both got it correct, but Qua was just before Jake with hydrogen.
Good job.
So we are still in the science section of this challenge. Qua just got our most recent answer correct. So Qua leads this over Jake 2-0, and we're moving on to question number 3 here in the science section. Whoever gets 3 questions correct wins this point for their party. Here we go. Question number 3 is, how many taste buds does a tongue have? That is incorrect. That is incorrect. So I'm thinking that says 59. Am I right? That's what it says. That's wrong. 9-7. Nope, not it. I am going to give you guys 30 more seconds to guess. I have it on my stopwatch now. 200 ain't it either.
Price is right.
Right? No, that's what I'm going to end up doing here if nobody guesses it. And so we are at 20 seconds remaining.
This is my favorite.
And then we will do Price is Right style. That's a great idea.
I may have a clue.
Thank you.
What is that?
I hate Price is Right
that's not
rules,
the thing.
but-
Nope, you guys are both incorrect. We have 10 seconds remaining. 10
I need more
seconds.
paper.
5 seconds. 4.
Make a good guess, Qua.
2, 1. Okay. All right. So now you guys are incorrect. What I'm going to ask you guys to do is write what number you think is closest to it without going over the number, and the person who is closest will win this point. So do not reveal your answers until I tell you to reveal it. Write down a number. You got 10 seconds to write down a number, and then I will have you reveal it.
Oh, that was great.
3, 2, 1. Okay, you guys ready to go? Yep.
There we go.
Go ahead and reveal your answer. So the correct answer for how many taste buds, and I don't know why it's such a round number, but it's exactly 9,000 taste buds.
Good job,
And
Quad.
with that, Qua
All those numbers
wins
paid
the
off.
point. So right now, Tyson is up 4-2. Team Tyson is up 4-2, and we are playing to 5.
Oh, we got the point.
Yes, Team Tyson does get the point there, and we're going to move on to the history portion of this challenge. We got 2 remaining. We'll save the physical for last if we need it. And so history was number 4. Brandon, who do we have for history?
He loves, we talked about presidential history, so I'm going to go based on that alone. Sam, you're up.
Sam is doing history for Team Rob. Docs, who do we have for Team Tyson doing the history portion here?
All right, Rachel, learn him on history.
Oh, God. Oh, Rachel. Sorry in advance.
Come on, Sam.
I believe in you, Rachel.
All right.
You talking confidently.
So here we go. We have Sam for Team Rob against Rachel for Team Tyson.
There's plenty of time. You got this, bro.
We are tied 1-1. I'm going to ask one more question for you two to answer here. And so if Rachel gets this answer faster than Sam, Tyson team has won and will avoid going to the Crossroads this evening. If Sam gets this right, we get to go another round, and we're going to see who's ready to do some push-ups. So here we go.
Got it, Sam.
Here's our last question of the history buff portion.
Got it, Sam.
Here's the question. How many states are needed to ratify an amendment for it to become part of the Constitution? How many states are needed to ratify? 26 is incorrect. 38 is the correct answer. 38 is correct. The Tyson team, Team Tyson has won this year.
So hard, I guessed that.
Right?
Sorry, I don't mean to be
No.
gloaty. Sam, great game. I don't mean to be gloaty. That was a crazy guess.
Oh, jeez. Well, Tyson team, you guys are exempt. You will not be voting someone out tonight. The rest, Team Rob, you will be voting somebody out tonight, and we're going to find out who that is.
Let's not talk about internet problems. I don't know if you can hear me, Brandon. I don't know if you can hear me later. I am sorry that I let you down. I had a lot more left in me, and I am pissed.
Hey, I fought for you.
Lost that.
I told them that you were still planking, and you're planking.
I was.
forever.
I am. I'm planking, but I was hoping the camera would come back on. I was ticked. I was so mad.
Should we go around the room and everybody say one bad thing about somebody on the other team?
Oh my God. Are we going to sink that low?
No, I'm kidding.
Captain Shitster.
What's up, fools? Nature with Tyson out here enjoying nature. We get back to the camp. Everybody's happy. We're reminiscing about how well the challenge went. It's a good thing that we won because I didn't have a chance to talk to everybody in my alliance to make sure that we had the votes go the way we wanted them to go if we ended up at Crossroads, but it didn't matter.
It's going to be a tough vote. It's going to be a sucker because you guys are. I'm glad I'm with this team because there's about 4 people I don't want to be with on the other team.
Absolutely.
Their team is really easy to vote people off of.
Today, I did go out in the fields of the Amazon, and I got my team a turkey to eat. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
And I don't know if it's because we haven't had the time to meet them, but I seriously think I have a little bit of intuition, and I think we're the better team. Whatever you say, I'm not going to vote you, Jess. So you can say whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm only saying this, but Bobby, just because his camera doesn't work. If he...
And it is a big part of this. Because
if he doesn't have internet like every day,
this could be an issue.
That's the only thing I can come up with.
I think that's.
I have a feeling that's
I think he's
It's
probably
fun.
really good at physical stuff. Like I think he would have been great at push-ups, but at the same point in time, like that's a huge. If that happens again, we lose again.
We are really starting to form some real relationships, really bonding with each other. We have a great group of people on our team. We genuinely like each other. We're enjoying each other. So it's going to get really difficult.
So what are you guys thinking?
I truly don't know. Like,
My boy.
Mr. Good Lighting.
Well, your lighting is too damn good.
Hey, I saw that ring light in your reflection.
I was gonna say my game was given away. Oh, well.
Mr. Good Lighting.
Sam, what are you thinking?
I would love to hear your guys' thoughts first. I don't know. It's just so hard for me right now. We were just talking in the other room and just going off of good vibes and everything. We barely know each other at this point, you know?
Were any names dropped?
Before Teresa joined, her name came up.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking too.
Cool. Say no more.
By the way, this is a solid 5.
I like us all.
I like this.
I love this.
I actually really like this.
I
group,
love
yeah.
this.
This is
Okay. All right.
very
That's what we need.
well-rounded.
Feeling the same way.
This is a solid 5 because there's 9 of us. So
Yes.
Right.
theoretically,
exactly.
that's a long time. That's the numbers.
I'm writing it down right now.
Yeah.
I'm writing it down.
down with that.
Going on my sheet.
I've been watching OE Wright. That notebook is sacred to her.
Should we go with the AMBA coalition?
Oh
Oh,
God.
Amber.
Amber.
The Amber Coalition.
We have all time zones here as well.
Oh, also helpful.
We have all the time zones?
Yeah, you're our only mountain time, so you're kind of the glue.
Yeah. I am
We've really covered
Just
all of the
kidding.
bases here.
That's awesome. Should two of us or
okay.
all of us go back?
Yeah, so I think so. Yeah, so this is our 5 right now.
No judgment. Guys, Team Rob is in the Crossroads.
When we come to the Crossroads, this is time for me to get to know you guys a little bit, talk through how this game is going before we cast our votes, and so it's going to look a lot like things that we've seen in other shows, right? So first of all, we saw in today's challenge, we asked everybody to select a leader on the spot, and Brandon was selected. So Brandon, go ahead and unmute yourself. Talk to me about what it's like to have been put on the spot right out of the gate. Do you look forward to like being in situations where you're kind of steering the ship, or was this kind of one of those things where it's like, please, no, that's a target? How are you feeling about that?
I know that some people are very uncomfortable with the leadership position. I'm comfortable being a teacher, also doing wedding DJing and stuff like that, and making sure different crowds are behaving correctly and playing nicely, but also trying to find each other's strengths and weaknesses. I'm fine with that. I was very fine with that.
Did you feel like it was difficult at all today to determine who should be doing which portion of the challenge?
Oh, dude, yes. I thought that Emily was in a dress, and so I didn't have her do much of anything because I didn't think she was dressed correctly. She's dressed wonderfully, but I didn't think it was correct for what I wanted to put her on for.
Sure.
And we had a little bit of conversation. The great thing is this group has been getting along wonderfully, and so we know an awful lot about each other within 24 hours, but it just wasn't subjects we talked about in some of our conversations. So I think we could have done a little bit better with pairing people up according to their strengths, but we'll get the hang of it. We'll get the hang of it.
Yeah, for sure. And right out of the gate, and that's the reason why we call it first impressions. Knowing who's going to be good at something is going to be fairly tough. So I'm sure you did your best with what you were presented with. Jake, he looked at you and said, "That dude is a science whiz, no doubt." And so talk to me about that challenge. Super close on the first question. There could be instances of lag. I won't say that I was listening to conversations in like the shelter or anything where it felt like maybe you got it right or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like. I'm not mad about that. Like, I don't want to.
Sure.
That's why I didn't say it there, because like I understand technology and I understand lag. But I mean, I felt like I got it. But like I mean, I was happy I knew the first question. The second two, neither one of us knew, and he's a science buff.
Do you feel, Jake, that Brandon's perception did in that challenge? When you heard you were a science guy, you were like, "Oh, science, yeah, of course." But what did you think of Brandon's ability to pair people up with the right subjects?
I mean, for what we had, I don't think he did a bad job. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, we learned a lot about each other. You know, Sam is like the second he said somebody who needs to do history, I also thought Sam, because Sam is a presidential person. I also know a lot about history, so I was like, I hope I get history, and then I automatically went, it's going to be Sam, and he chose the right person there. Even though it didn't end up happening. I mean, that was the smart thing to do because he had talked about presidents. So I heard that and I thought that, and then obviously the literature worked out and the math worked out. And you know, I can't really fault him for anything.
Yeah. Trey, I heard you allude to the need to head to bed last night. A little bit, and so
I'm a tired boy.
Go ahead and talk through the concern you have about having not been as available for some of these conversations last night with what you were doing today. I know that it's something that you brought up in conversation and it's in your thinking. How much do you think that'll play into tonight's vote?
Absolutely. At the beginning of the game, it feels like every moment is precious. Every moment is a chance to get to know someone. It's a chance to just talk about the game. When you're playing the game, you want to be in it. I around like 40 minutes until midnight, like 11:20 or so. And I did feel like I made up for lost time when I got on at 5 today. But obviously, like, those first impressions are so crucial, and I just wanted to be upfront that I wasn't like peace. I was like, I need to get some rest or I'm going to crash my car.
Yeah, that kind of matters, right?
Yeah, right.
So if you were physically in a house or on an island for a month at a time, you wouldn't have that concern.
Of course. Yeah.
So that's the nature of this online format where, like, you got lives going on too. And so, like, Teresa, talk to me about that. You're another one that was kind of like, yeah, I got to get out of here so I can, like, I have a life and I need to sleep for life. And so talk to me about what it's like trying to balance all the different things you have going in life and then playing a game where I know for a fact people lost sleep last night. At least on one of the parties, they talked about it at length that they lost sleep because they're thinking about this thing. So how do you balance both? Do you feel like you can be as committed as you need to in this game to win, or is it maybe a target to be too committed early on?
I mean, I don't think you can be too committed too early on, because you want to get to know people. But I mean, yeah, I left early right after Trey last night because I had to get up early in the morning. I wake up at 4 o'clock to be at work at 5:30 sometimes, and sometimes I start to wake up around like 2, and I just every hour I'm like I'm awake, and it's just the way it is. My brain's going, and with everything going on and COVID, and just like we might get shut down again at work. I don't know because I work in a restaurant, so that's on my mind. But the game is a nice distraction, meeting people, because none of us have really been able to go out and meet new people, go out to a bar and be social like we used to. So it's kind of nice, and it's kind of weird too at the same time because I forgot how to act around people. Actually had like normal conversations with people. So it's nice and to talk to everybody. So it kind of sucks to have to get rid of somebody.
Yeah. Bobby, I'm sure you were doing great. I'm sure you were killing that planking. But
I was.
Unfortunately, I believe you. I genuinely do. Unfortunately, like, if the screen goes out,
I know
we have to do it, man. So
nope, I get it. I mean, I'm bummed out about it. I'm pretty ticked. I had it. I felt like I did. I mean, she was. I don't know. I don't know if she was even getting close. I know I wasn't getting close, but if I stick around, I'm spending my day tomorrow getting my internet and my new computer, and this isn't happening again. Like this, like I'm
Nice.
balancing. I don't know if you guys see me falling down, but I'm like balancing my phone trying to get signal, and it sucks. So this isn't gonna
Middle
happen
of nowhere.
tomorrow. It's gonna be better.
Nice. Yeah. So you're saying this. Do you feel like the internet connection today is perhaps a reason for people to vote for you tonight? Because you're sounding like, guys, I'm really sorry. You're sounding apologetic, but do you feel like that's really something they're considering as a reason to vote you out?
I don't know. I mean, I know there was a couple other things. I feel like I dropped the ball, and I can see someone maybe thinking that. It's like you said during the thing. It's what I do for a living. I'm gonna fix this. My wife has been complaining about not being able to do Zoom calls, and I said, "Oh, you're just not doing it right." Now I know it's my internet, and I gotta get this fixed.
Your wife is never wrong.
She's
Listen
never
for the
wrong.
boss.
I need to learn that. I need to learn she's never wrong. So, I if that is a concern to anybody, if that's something that's concerning someone, it's gonna get fixed. And you witnessed the one time. I'm gonna have a studio set up. It's not gonna quite be as cool as Andy's, but it's going to be cool, and that's not going to happen again.
If I showed you everything else around me, you would realize that it's a mess. The wall's cool though. But yeah. So Bobby, how long do you think you could have gone planking? If you had to put a figure on it.
I would say 6 to 7 days.
6 to 7 days. I was going to say 6 to 7 minutes is pretty solid, but 6 to 7 days.
I know I could have gone over 5 minutes. I'm for sure I could have done that. And I wish I could have shown you guys that. So here we are. That I'm not one to cry over something. I mean, it happened. I'm hoping we can just move forward and not do this again, because this is awkward. This sucks, and I've gained a. I mean, everybody's really cool. When I went to bed last night, like I woke up like 5 times, like, oh man, I can't wait to talk to these people. It's like I missed them. It was only a couple of days, and I only got to talk to them a couple of hours. So it really sucks being here, and we need to do what we can to not do this again, because this sucks.
Do you think that'll, with it being the challenge that ended up winning, the greater challenge, do you think that plays into how people are thinking about their vote tonight?
I definitely felt extra pressure with that, and my heart sunk a little more because of that. I definitely think there's reason for that. I mean, you can play a full football game and it can be close the whole way, and if a guy misses a field goal at the end, even if he was on the field for 15 seconds, everybody points the fingers at him. So I think it definitely could play a part.
Yeah, I'm going to throw this question out to everybody. How much paranoia is there coming into this Crossroads thinking, man, it could be me and I don't want it to be? You can answer that verbally if you'd like. I can see plenty of facial expressions, but talk about the paranoia, anxiety coming into this.
Here's the hard part.
100%.
Oh.
Yep, it's there.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah. We've talked about this, and I don't think it's just we're trying to, woo each other. But as the challenges were going on, and James was pitted up against somebody, or Jake was pitted up against somebody, and Sam was pitted up against somebody, every single person we had on our team versus the other person, I liked our person 10 times better. And it's not just because of us talking for the last 10 hours, but because I think that Rob picked a team that was very sociable, and Tyson picked a team that was a little different. So I am nervous because everybody's social awareness and personalities are spot on in this group. And so that's what stinks about this the most. I could easily pick off 5 of those other guys, vote for whoever, but this is hard.
At the same point in time.
And speaking to paranoia, nobody wants to be the first person out of this game. Nobody ever wants to be the first one out. So paranoia, I would say, for everybody is probably at about 100% right now.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. Jake, what were you about to say?
Well, I was just going to say, but at Brandon was saying that we're all very socially aware, and I think that I can agree. But at the same point in time, I think that means that once we do well and we get to emerge, which I'm sure will happen, that we can stick together and do very well together. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I think that that's really what's important, a very important part of the game of Survivor. And I think that is a good thing. but it makes this so just as hard, and because you're scared, because everyone seems like they could do well. So of course you're anxious now, but I think that in the long run, it's a good thing.
Well, when we come to this point in the Crossroads, the way we will vote is by you private messaging me here. All right. I've received all the votes. So after I read them, the person who's received the most votes will be deserted here at this point in the game. If anybody has a hidden advantage of any sort that you would like to play, now would be the time to do so. Okay. I will read the votes. First vote is for Teresa. Second vote is for Bobby. Third vote is for Teresa. Fourth vote is for Teresa. Fifth vote is for Teresa. Sixth vote. And the first person voted out of Expedition Online is Teresa. Teresa with 5 votes out of 9 possible. That is enough. I'm sure it wasn't an easy decision for anyone, and we love having you. So we have a few things for you, Teresa, to do here. So we have a community on the back end, and we want to do an exit interview with you and talk about your time here in the game and who you think is going to do well going forward and all those things. And we have a pretty extensive community that we want to welcome you into and occupy your time so that you have a nice distraction still, even though your time in this game is over. So Teresa, if you feel like saying any parting words, you're welcome to unmute yourself and do so. If not, you can be like, nah, who cares about these people?
No, it's all good. I understand. Honestly, I was surprised to get picked to play this. It wasn't even, yeah, nah. It was, yeah, I know, it's fun, it's interesting, something different. Absolutely, took my mind off some things. So I appreciate it. And I just wish you guys all the best. So thanks.
Yeah, well, Teresa, we'll get in contact with you on the back end. You'll hear from some of the folks in my community that'll point you in the right direction to get plugged in. The rest of you, see you guys tomorrow at the next challenge, and hopefully you can figure out how to win to avoid being here.